Whoa. Looks like we got something here.
Not what you're hoping it is.
But Alex, the access, it's big enough for a person.
Sure, for a museum maintenance man. Not for a statue.
So I'm just trying to figure out how the stain got in here.
Stain? What stain?
Yeah, this looks like dry liquid.
Yeah, right. I'll get the lab guys back in here.
Yeah, I'd appreciate that. Those the employee records?
Yeah, they gotta go back to Cameron's office.
Would tomorrow morning do?
Be my guest. The museum directors think it's an inside number. They just tied the can to Ben McGuire.
Before the investigation is completed? Do they know something we don't know?
Well, it's my hunch. Tootsie's putting under pressure. He's feeling heat from the Italian government, so he's laying it off on Ben McGuire.
How did the statue get into the country?
The cargo ship, the Amerigo. I did my homework.
I'm impressed. Could you get me a ship's manifest, Hank? I'd like to know what else was on board, what was unloaded, where it went.
No sweat.
Say 7, Lieutenant, and then we could glance at it together.
7 seems fine.
One coffee, no sugar, little cream. You know, the best part was dessert. More flames than a gas station fire. Crepe Susie. Gotta try that again.
Thank you, Leonard.
Your smile is reward enough, little lady. You know, the file on this narc is pretty interesting. He must be pretty handy with the rod and reel.
Narc?
McGuire, Benjamin F. He used to be a Fed.
Really?
Federal Narcotics Task Force, 6 years. I don't recall seeing anything about fishing.
Says right here he's got a vacation cabin at Lake Talawanda. That's bass and bluegill country. Have to read between the lines, son.
Very good, Pop. Very good. Farm machinery. That's what the Amerigo is carrying. Crated farm machinery, but the manifest doesn't say where the stuff went.
That's very interesting, Alex. Tractors and 10-ton Leon Cavallo sculptures?
10-ton sculptures. Sculptures.
You can almost hear the wheels turning.
Signore Tozzi, c'è un uomo. Va lui dentro della stiva di carico.
We asked 1,000 doctors if they were stranded on a desert island, which one medicine would they want along? Tylenol, extra strength Tylenol, Advil, or Bayer? More doctors chose Bayer, nearly 2 to 1 over extra strength Tylenol. Bayer, the wonder drug that works wonders.
Mom, look what Aunt Marge is doing.
Marjorie, the house smells like fish.
Now it smells like fish Russian roses.
We don't use that air freshener. We use Lysol disinfectant spray. It kills germs on surfaces, and it cleans odors out of the air. Ordinary air fresheners don't do all that. Smells clean.
Lysol spray actually cleans the air. For the washcloth that was used as a sponge, the towel that was used as a bath mat, and the bath mat that was just overused, we made Lysol laundry sanitizer. So effective it reduces germs 99.9%. So your wash gets white, bright,
And sanitized.
Lysol laundry sanitizer. There's a reason for using it in every wash.
Black's Magic will be back in a moment.
The Misfits of Science help you start Friday with their Super Act.
Stop panicking. This is magic.
And on Knight Rider,
I can't stop him.
Kit's lost his mind, and Michael's his target. Knight Rider at a new time. Then on Miami Vice, a bad woman's playing with Sonny's head.
Something's up.
Friday.
Okay, we're going to try a little experiment. I'd like you to shut your eyes and imagine the best cup of coffee in the world. Ready? Okay, go ahead. Open your eyes. What you've just imagined is new Hills Brothers Gold. It could quite possibly be the best cup of coffee you'll ever taste. Imagine that.
I think there is a real danger that you get into packaging the news, you get into finding attractive stuff to put on so that people will watch your news. But here at KRON, that's not what's going on. This is the station that told you that in the Silicon Valley, workers were being hurt by the stuff that they worked with every day. This is the station that told you that there was selenium in the soil in the Central Valley because of the way the irrigation projects hadn't worked correctly. This is the station that tells you that some people aren't going to get their pensions because of the way that...
First treatment ever to protect you from the common cold at 11.
Do not move.
But this is impossible, Signore. I know someone is here.
Yeah. Mr. Black, I knocked first. Welcome.
If you recall, last we met, I said I hoped we'd have an opportunity to chat again. I guess I neglected to mention when.
I'm sure had we agreed on midnight, I would have remembered.
Social gas.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Hunting?
Hunting, yes. Santoro thought he saw a rat, Mr. Black, in the cargo hold.
Oh, dear. Little devils do seem to have an affinity for ships, don't they?
Ah, but this one was particularly devilish. He escaped from a sealed compartment. Santoro thinks he must have climbed up to the cargo loading hatch and gotten out. What do you think?
Whatever Santoro says is fine with me.
Then we end the hunt. Santoro, due compari, per favore. Tell me, Mr. Black, what were you looking for?
Looking for?
Oh, my pardon, please. What are you looking for? My English could be better.
Funny, I thought you put plenty of English on that. Actually, I just came by to chat about the shepherds.
And to question me? You think I stole the sculpture? For what? A ransom? Talk to the International Bank, Mr. Black. Ask about my assets, my credit rating. I have more than enough money. I hold this position with my government simply as a patriotic gesture.
Patriotism.
My brothers and I started life as very poor street children in Milano. Survival then was a crust of bread.
I'm afraid the price of bread crusts is up, even in Milano.
How politely you insinuate, Mr. Black. But this is not the moment to discuss one's childhood.
Right. Wrong time for reminiscences. Well, Perhaps we'll have an opportunity to do this again sometime. Hopefully in daylight. Ciao. Ciao. The other one's for you. Arrivederci.
He knows. How did that man get on the ship? How can this happen? He saw the cargo hold.
But, Signore, there was nothing to see.
And he stole my watch.
Hey, Pop. Hold on to that. How come a watch? I thought we were after the shipping info on the farm machinery.
Are you referring to this?
Pretty good, huh?
Found it filed under drawer.
You know, this watch looks expensive.
Pop, I asked you to hang on to it, not hock it.
Right.
I know we'll get it straightened out. The board just panicked, I guess.
Sure.
Look, Ben, what are your plans?
Plans, David? Who the hell's gonna hire me now?
Mr. Cameron, I think you ought to see this.
A marble finger.
Nice touch.
Is this the real thing?
Could be. Sure. It came wrapped in this.
$5 million for the location of the rest of the shepherds. What the hell kind of a ransom note is this? No instructions for payment, no drop point, no nothing.
Typed on an old manual typewriter. Noticed the blurred O.
Well, what do you know? I had the same thing shoved under my door this morning, except for this.
Note the missing finger. And in the true tradition of today's kidnappers, today's newspaper. Proving, I suspect, the freshness of the merchandise.
I was wondering how we should tell the TV people about this.
What?
Maxwell Station gets a really good share, but there's...
Whoa. Look, I'm doing this for Hank, and because it's an interesting case. It's not for airtime or close-ups.
But you know their type, Alex. Reporters. They're going to find out anyway.
Not for me.
Tuesday. Well, one of your trucks might have picked it up. Farm machinery, mostly. Came off a ship called the Amerigo. You did? He did? Name's Bracco? Lou Bracco. Listen, put him on, buddy. We gotta talk. Bingo, boy. East River Cartage out of the Bronx. They're putting the driver on. Name's Lou.
Beautiful. Offer him $1,000 if he'll take us back to where he dropped the stuff off.
$1,000? Say, how come I don't get to read that Towsy stuff, same as you?
It's from Interpol, Pop. For eyes only, I promised Hank. Look, set something up with the driver. I'll be back in about an hour. Pop, please, the feet.
Oh, hiya, Lou. Listen, I understand you drove a load up around Terrytown, Nyack somewheres. Look, pal. How'd you like to pick up a quick 500 clams?
I could come back another time.
You got something to say, say it.
Mind if I say it on your side of the door? Thank you. Is this your wife? It's your cabin at the lake, isn't it? Meritorious Service, Federal Narcotics Task Force, 1980. Old memories, treasured photographs, a gun on the table. No reason to assume anything, is there?
Assume what you want, Mr. Black. Assume you're pushing 60. You're out of work and maybe taking a fall for felony. Try that.
Well, I can't help you with the 60 part, but, looks to me like you could use a good right-handed reliever coming in and out of the bullpen. The name Vizzini ring any bells with you?
The brothers? Jojo and Carlo? Yeah, them I remember. 14 million in Colombian. I remember. Scuzzballs, both of them. Deserved what they got.
They were killed when you boys from drug enforcement hit their boat, right?
One of them. Giorgio. He got it in the raid. Carlo Vizzini, he took a knife in Sing Sing, I read. Why? There some connection to the museum heist?
You ought to hang on to this for a while. You can never tell when you get that go-ahead run in the ninth, you know.
As soon as I see the place, I mean, I know we're talking weird. I'm looking at a boarded-up hat factory, and I'm delivering a tractor. Give me a break.
Who signed for the shipment?
Nobody. It's a farm job. I mean, we get a money order or something. I do the drop and I split. Oh, and speaking about the, when do I get my 500?
Smell that air. Oxygen molecules, pine tree molecules.
Help you fellas?
Name's Black, working with NYPD on a big case over in the city. What's the, M.O. here?
What? Sergeant, if you'll check with Lieutenant Hank Wallenstein of the 18th Precinct, I'm sure he'll...
That what you people are here about, the stiff?
We just might be, yes.
Well, I'm afraid I can't help you much there. Italian passport, seaman's papers, a couple of slugs in the gut. Name Santoro.
Black's Magic will be back in a moment.
Come on, girl, come on.
To help your dog live a longer, happier life, give her a good home, lots of love, and Purina Dog Chow.
Come on. Come on. Missy, I love you.
Purina Dog Chow brand dog food, helping dogs live longer lives.
It's my turn to see what I can see. I hope you'll understand. This time's just for me.
Oil of Olay has a lot to do with how I feel about myself. It makes my skin look so vibrant. Sheer and greaseless Oil of Olay replenishes to give me a younger look.
Oil of Olay. It can help keep you looking younger, too.
I love Oil of Olay. And when I look this good, look out.
Soon someone who doesn't know anything about you could assign you a new long-distance company. They won't know how much AT&T's clear long-distance connections mean to you. Or our personalized customer service, our worldwide calling. They won't know unless you tell them. AT&T long distance for over 100 years. When you reached out, we were there. And you can keep it that way. If you're asked to choose, make the choice yourself. Send in your ballot.
Saturday on Give Me a Break, Nell gets her big chance.
From now on, it's just one word. Nell. Just like Madonna.
On The Facts of Life, police take over the shop for a stakeout.
What if there's gonna be shooting. Most of our merchandise is inflatable.
Then on The Golden Girls, why is Rose hiding a man in her bed?
Why, you devil, you.
And on 227, Lester's fatherly advice is a big hit with Brenda's date.
I'm gonna rip your head off.
Who do you think taught him the disappearing elephant act? Who do you Elisa, what's she doing with him?
No, it is too much. First, a priceless 10-ton marble sculpture is taken for ransom. Then someone kills my ship steward. No, it is too much, too much.
Alex, anything on the statue?
The principal focus seems to have shifted to the murder. Lieutenant, perhaps Miss Lee would like to see the contents of that note. This was found on the body.
Listen, I'm sorry, fella, but there's no press allowed here.
Oh, it's all right, Lieutenant. God's with me. You see, Alex, they find out.
Lieutenant, if you don't mind, I'm going to swing by the morgue. I'd like to take another look at the body.
Leaving the country, must have my share. Meet me tonight.
Typed and unsigned. Lab guys will tell us if it matches the ransom note.
This is great. This is good stuff.
And the steward must have been connected. Wait a minute, Garton, I think I'm onto something. The museum board fired Ben McGuire because they... Alex, do you think... Alex?
Used you, that's what I'm saying. Used you for the publicity. You'll solve the gosh darn case. She'll wind up with the gosh darn headline.
Used us, Pop. Who was hustling coffee, telling her lies? Who was practically parked in her lap?
Oh, that. Oh, well. So anyway, what's that Greek stuff Hank Wallenstein was telling you back there?
Greek stuff?
Well, whatever it was the cops were analyzing for you. Had a name like a fraternity or something.
Yeah. Methyl ethyl ketone. It's a commercial solvent, a cleaning fluid. We found some traces on the base of the statue. It's not Greek.
It is to me.
Lou, pull over. Pull over. I want to go back to that marble yard back there.
How far are we from Lake Talawanda?
About 10 miles.
Could you haul something from here to the lake? Then maybe another load from the lake into the city? For, say, another 500? Good morning. Ah, good morning, Hank. Shaving, what do you think? All set? Okay, pick me up in 20 minutes. Come on, Pop, let's get rolling. Lake Talawanda.
Still got 10 on the timer, son.
What's with you people? I haven't been up here in maybe 6, 8 months. What the hell do you expect to find up here anyhow?
Some of us think you might have something stashed, Ben.
Some of us are quite certain. The statue?
Tomorrow's headlines, Mr. McGuire.
Found this in the closet, Lieutenant.
Typewriter. I don't own a typewriter.
Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. The lab guys will tell us if it matches up with the ransom note.
But the typewriter is not our main interest, is it, Lieutenant?
Mr. Totsi is absolutely correct. And since this precious fragment is all we have of that priceless treasure, why not allow the force within it to direct us?
The marble finger?
Indeed. Marble finger. Kinetic vibrations, molecular displacements, field of energy.
It's moving.
No, it is not possible.
My God, it's ruined.
I'm sorry, Mr. Tootsie. I'm afraid that's what's left of the Vigil of the Shepherds.
So that's how they got it out of the museum. In pieces.
The statue was at my place?
Till yesterday, yeah. Alex had it moved.
Then where is it now?
Worry Ben, it's in good hands. Pop's taking care of it.
Hold it, Bud. I am Eduardo Tootsie. Who are you?
Why don't you ask him?
Health Inspector, Mr. Tozzi.
Tootsie.
Whatever. My name's Maximilian Kraupy, and I've got good news and I've got bad news. First, it's not Barry Barrett.
Berry Berry?
Right. That's what it isn't. The bad news is you've got a very severe case of fungo amoroso back on the poop deck. I'd have it looked into next port you stop at. Your crew is over there in that warehouse, temporary quarantine. You can let them loose if you want to. Cornelius?
I see you found your watch.
Yeah. Too bad. They're just gonna take it away from you when you book.
But I saw the broken pieces of the statue.
What you saw was 10 tons of marble scraps from headstones and grave markers. Made a mess out of Ben's garage.
The motive, of course, is clear. Revenge. Two of Mr. Tootsie's brothers met their deaths as a direct result of a raid by a federal narcotics task force headed up by Ben McGuire in 1979. Eduardo Tootsie, or to use his proper surname, Vizzini, was not present at that raid, so there was no reason for Ben to recognize him. Yes, Tootsie wanted revenge, but nothing so obvious or so direct as murder. No, he would accomplish the same result much more imaginatively, much more cleverly. He knew exactly how to destroy a man like Ben McGuire. First, find out what it is that gives pride and purpose to his life, and then crush it. By framing Ben, he would force him to face death ever so much more slowly, in prison. Yes, Tootsie wanted revenge, but how to accomplish that revenge? What did we find when the statue disappeared? Methyl ethyl ketone, a solvent, a cleaning solution. Not much help there. So let's go on to clue number 2. To the cargo hold of the Italian freighter Amerigo, which brought the statue to this country, along with this, which I found scattered in a 10-foot square in the hold of that same ship. Did I hear someone ask what was in the plastic bag?
Yes. What's in the bag?
The lady wishes to know what is in the plastic bag. The answer? Plastic. Specifically styrofoam. Chips of styrofoam. So let's take another look at our 10-ton marble masterpiece. Roll the tape, please. Let's try to create the illusion that behind this drape is the actual statue. Now watch. Here, it's night. The guard is just about to clock in at the alarm station. It's just passing through. Watch. What you are seeing is the actual tape on that actual night. Alas, not the actual statue, but a cutaway view of the interior. Not made of marble, but of styrofoam. Now we accept the illusion that what we perceive to be a marble statue is indeed a marble statue. Now, to make the statue disappear. First problem, that closed-circuit TV scanner, which looks down upon the case once every 28 seconds. It had to be fooled. And to do that, we give our policeman a videotape recorder. It goes to the electrical panel. Attaches the VCR to the scanner. It records 2 sweeps of the actual scanner. Sets the recorder on automatic return. Then for an instant, we see first the actual scanner image.
At a prearranged time, Mr. Totsi calls. An apparent wrong number that distracts the guard's attention.
Hello. A millisecond of changeover. We are on continuing tape loop. Now, how to make a styrofoam statue disappear? With a solvent, of course. Methyl ethyl ketone. Let us assume that 12 minutes have passed and the entire statue has been dissolved. What next? Our policeman puts the barrel of solvents in with the other janitorial supplies, removes the recorder, and waits. The security guard comes by, sees the empty case, calls the police. And instead of 6 or 7 policemen, we have 7 or 8. Who was counting? But who was the policeman? His name was Santoro.
But if Eduardo Tozzi planned this, why did he kill Santoro?
Because Santoro was the man who copied the Shepherds and destroyed it as well. He would have been our chief witness. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our little presentation, except to introduce my agile assistant and father, Mr. Leonard Blacke. So, you looked pretty good under glass, Pop.
Oh, thanks. I think I appreciate that.
Of course, the policeman and Mr. Black were very helpful, Garth.
But it should be on the record that this young lady was certainly at the forefront of his investigation and the recovery of the priceless masterpiece. But I'm sure she is reluctant to take full credit.
Well, that's very nice of you to say, but I'm certainly not trying to take credit. I just
Like
do
I
my
said,
job the
like
best
you
way
said.
I know how. And if any little recognition...
What do you say,
should come
something to
my
eat?
way, then
Well, why not?
I'm buying.
That goes without saying.
How about Chez Oui or...
No, I got the perfect spot. Mama Brione's Chili Dog Heaven.
Chili dogs?
Right back in the carnies, boy. Double dog on a roll, chili all over it, hot sauce.
Pop, I haven't had a chili dog since I was 12 years old.
Yep, and that's exactly when your whole life started going downhill. That's when you got mixed up with that magic business and let the good life slip away.
Is that it, Pop? Life is a chili dog?
In my opinion.
Just saved me a trip to India.